And we're glad to hear that.
But we could if you miss the old days. Just keep
Call me now, please.
The rug is there.
Rich Morris, Somerville. Do you know who gave the instructions or led you to Gouy to believe that they could pay their fee after receiving the building permit?
Or have an idea.
It wasn't me, it wasn't me. And
Uh,
after the permit, I don't even know if that's a true statement. Where'd you get that?
It was in the paper.
Mr. Kamiyama said it. It was a
Mr.
quote.
Kamiyama made that
Who
statement.
said it?
Mr. Kamiyama, it was a quote.
Quote
Oh.
from comment.
He said he was told that he could pay the
He had an agreement.
$82,000 after he received the building permit. I thought Mr. Fiore stated that, well, he wasn't sure, you know.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, I was just wondering if anybody knew.
When I asked who it was told that he didn't know.
My next thing is pursuant to GML General Municipal Law 103, all purchases of supplies and equipment which exceed $10,000 or public works contracts over $20,000 shall be formally bid. I've often asked this question about certain projects. One in particular is the Sullivan Street paving project, which there's a transfer grant for $117,000. Now, when I asked the town clerk's office for copies of the bids for this project, she did her due diligence, and I'm not blaming her, but she told me that there weren't any bids.
Like me explain
It
that
said-
process for you, Rich?
Well, that's it. I've been told on that process and others it's state bid. I like to know what that entails, how the process works.
What it is, Rich, is to purchase of materials for your state bid. And then town trucks.
Now, what is that state bid? Explain state bid. What is that?
That's basically a statewide bid where you have to qualify. You are the lowest bidder to the state. And when you're the lowest bidder to the state, municipal entities can purchase the material from you at that price which you have put for it. For state bidders, county bidders, town bid, it's all contingent, depending on what you're going to do. And depending on the material. You get state bid, I have vouchers here for fuel is state bid.
Okay.
So you have a series of different vendors that you can use
Right.
for bringing in your diesel or your gasoline. And then the rest of the work is done pursuant to timeframes and prevailing wage, I would imagine, in that particular case. I can't speak for that particular case, but for the state bid, that's what you're looking at.
Well, that's kind of, I guess, what.
And then there's like a recipe for any road. You know, it's an equation. The road's 25 feet wide and you're doing a mile. This is how long it takes. It's actually an equation. We do this with work. We can actually clear power lines and be successful in our bidding process, get the job and make money by having my business partner, Mike, who worked out a formula by the diameter of the tree. He doesn't have to know how tall it is. He just has to know how fat it is. And on an average, it works out. And that's the general idea of the process.
Another question I have is I requested some bills, purchase vouchers from Jean. She kindly provided me, but it was in an abstract, last year's abstract. Mr. Johnson purchased some carbide blades, I assume, for the snow plows. Now, they were on the same abstract, same kind of material. There were two bills on the same abstract, one for about $9,000, one for about $8,000. Now, I look at that and I see, why didn't they put them both together and make it 17, unless they were trying to circumvent the bidding rule or something?
You're losing.
I don't understand why there were two bills from the same company, the same material. One was for $9,000, one was for $8,000, for a total of 17, while they made two separate
What were
bills.
the dates?
The dates were like 5 days apart, I think.
When were the snowstorms?
It wasn't, so it was actually in April, I think, of last year. April.
So what was the blade for?
Carbide blades for snowplows, I think.
Did it say snowplow blade? Did it say blade
said-
for a dozer? Did it say
No, it
cutting,
said,
cutting blades for a...
Like Seagull
bucket
iron and
mower?
something or other, carbide blades, and I think it said, it might have been in the description, maybe snow removal contractual. Now, that's an issue. What does that mean, contractual?
That means it's a contractual expense. That's how it shows up.
That's how,
Comes out of
Okay.
the contractual
See, the
line.
thing is,
Okay,
is
so it comes
that,
out of, so that doesn't,
see that you're, without you having that with you, I can't even begin to tell you what it is. You got it with you, maybe I can help, but I'm gonna venture a guess, it's not a snowplow blade.
no, it is, it's right here, she just gave it to me this evening. And I question why there's two bills, you know, the same exact, I mean, naturally, probably this is one, and this is the other, why, together about $17,000 in the period of, actually, not